Who is
Morning,
that?
morning, Judge. Morning, my lady. It's interesting.
Morning, Mr. Pillay. Yeah, I can see you.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Um, everybody here. I can see everybody here. I see Ms. Zondi is here.
Yes, Judge, I am in, but I see that my council team is not in. Let me just give them a call quickly.
Sure. Knowing Gauteng, there's probably traffic issues. I'm not sure where they're operating from, home or at the office. So, Jala, your screen is blinking.
Assist. Um, oh, Judge.
Is it still blinking?
Unmute.
No, it's okay now.
I think the judge
Hello,
is.
Ms. Thomas.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm not seeing myself on the screen. Can the
Sorry,
judge
it's
see me?
Corsi Thomas. Sorry. I keep calling you the one name. It's two. It's a double barreled. Corsi Thomas.
I don't mind, Miss Thomas, if that works for the court. I am not seeing myself on the screen.
I can see only your profile, but not your picture.
Something. I'm gonna ask my
I
junior.
think you may have not unmuted the video
Well,
icon.
10 camera on. I have turned it on. Tuli, would you be so kind as to assist me, because the judge needs to authenticate that she's talking to Miss Thomas and not to someone pretending to be. Just a second, please, my
Sure.
Thank you. Let's see. Why is my camera doing this? This is not the
Let's
first
rejoin.
time. Shall we? May we rejoin, my lady?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
My lady, is my lady in Johannesburg or Durban?
No, I'm in Durban this
Durban.
time.
Durban.
Yeah. Trying to finish all my cases because I'm close to retirement. So I'm under a lot of pressure at the moment.
I've heard. Did she send it to you?
Look at them. Good morning, my lady.
Good morning. Nkosi Thomas, is that you?
No, this is not my mission. I don't know how to put it.
No, it's your name. Your name is not reflecting.
I'm
under-
using my junior, I beg your pardon, my lady. I'm using my junior's computer.
Okay.
Because the camera on mine does not seem to function properly.
Function. All right. But I'm still not seeing you.
Oh, still?
Yes.
Oh.
Just have a look at that little video icon at the bottom and see if that's maybe turned off.
Judge, I think it's you.
It's
'Cause
me.
Yeah, because we all can see her.
But I can't see her. I can see Mr. Pillay. I can see myself, but I can't see anybody else.
Perhaps, could you see me earlier on, madam?
No,
through
not at all. I only saw
Judge, try
was Mr. The guy. I don't know how you pronounce his surname. The gay.
Yeah, that's my junior. Milady, if it helps, I can see my learned friend. I can see her, but
I can't see her at all.
Judge,
And
please
I'd
try
like
from
to
your
see
screen.
her.
yes.
Yes, of course. Would my lady grant us another minute or two to try and figure this out?
Yeah, because if I'm not seeing you, it can't be my computer because I'm seeing Mr. Pillay.
Judge, it is you because we all can see her.
Oh gosh. But there's no icons that have been delete what they have, that cross, I don't know what you call that, slash or whatever. All mine seem to be working.
Shouldn't, my lady, we all leave and ask for a new link, perhaps, and start de novo and join afresh?
Okay.
Maybe my
That
lady
just-
can, maybe George, you can leave and come back. That would help.
Okay. Who am I speaking to?
You're
Miss
speaking to Paul,
Paul.
Judge? Yes.
Good morning, Info.
Morning, Judge, morning.
Perfect.
Because we can all see each other. So I think
I don't know. Why should it be my problem? Because everybody, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can see you, Sajala.
Okay. Can you see me now, Judge?
No? Yes, I can. I can see you. Miss Paul, let me see if I can see you.
Perhaps, Judge, you should leave and rejoin.
You think so? All right, let me
Yes.
do that. Let me do that. Oh, yeah. That was a good suggestion. Ah,
You see everyone now, Judge.
I see Miss Nkosi Thomas now. I don't see Mr. Oh, there's Mr. Pillay. Thank you.
No, thank you, Judge, for the indulgence. Apologies for the.
No, it's fine. I think she's right. It could have been mine. There's some glitch on it's my iPad, so it's probably old and dated. So anyway, let's commence.
May it please you, my lady.
Thank you, Milady. Milady, can I then please place myself on record for the excipient?
Yes.
I appear
That's pro secure. That's the second defendant.
the second defendant, Milady. I appear for the second defendant, the excipient in this matter. My name is Pillay, and I appear with my junior, Mr. Gay.
Thank you.
May it please you, my lady. I appear together with my learned friend, Miss Makola, on behalf of the respondent, being the Special Investigating Unit.
Thank you, Ms. Nkosi Thomas. Mr. Pillay.
Milady, just on some housekeeping, Milady may or may not have seen the second defendant did attempt to file some supplementary heads of argument yesterday. I'm not sure if that made its way to you.
It did.
It did.
It came to me late yesterday afternoon.
Milady, the respondent has filed a notice in terms of Rule 30, alternately 30 capital A, raising or objecting to those supplementary heads as being an
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. When was that done?
I think it was done yesterday afternoon or early this morning, Milady. It came to me.
No, then I definitely have not seen it.
Okay.
Was it emailed to my secretary? Because remember, I'm not with her. She's in chambers. I'm at home. There's no Wi-Fi at the court, so I have to work from home.
Yes. I'm not sure, Milady. Perhaps our learned friend can feel that.
Mr. Nkosi Thomas, can you help? I have not seen that the last.
My lady, it is indeed so. So on case lines, you see,
we don't, Mr. Nkosi Thomas. I've been telling, I think everybody that Durban, unfortunately, does not have case lines. So if you upload anything on case lines, it will not get to me.
Oh, that is going to be a challenge, my lady, because
it is a challenge. Yeah, it's a major challenge because I work in Durban and we don't have case lines. So everything, poor Ms. Impo has to make copies, or Ms. Zondi has to physically send me files and documents. It's really, really difficult. So I haven't seen it, because if it came through late yesterday or early this morning and it's on case lines, then definitely I haven't seen it.
So perhaps we are in your ladyship's hands. All of this was occasioned, of course, by our learned friends' belated delivery of their supplementary heads of argument yesterday.
Yes, I saw that, and they raised new issues there that they didn't raise originally. Yeah. So I don't know, what are we going to do, Mr. Pillay? I haven't seen this.
Milady, can I field it at the following level? Milady, I don't agree that this is a new issue. It goes pertinently to the fourth exception, which is no cause of action. We simply intended by the supplementary heads to put before you the more recent authority from the SCA, the decision of Mr. Justice Gorvin in the Pomela matter. That is all we intend to achieve by those supplementary heads. I have no intention of introducing a sixth exception as it is being contended for by the.
So Gorvin's judgment was to the effect that even though the contract was unlawful, they just did not want to make an order.
No. Milady, the judgment of Mr. Justice Gorvin is effectively that in order for the court to exercise its discretion under Section 172(1)(b), for a declarator disgorging of profits or setting aside and claiming back monies, there would have to be some malfeasance alleged on the part of the service provider. He goes into some depth in his analysis of what was intended by All Pay 2 and by the Central Energies matter, and he refers to a judgment of Madam Justice Kitely in the Mott decision, where Madam Justice Kitely granted such an order, disgorging of profits, and he finds that judgment was erroneously decided. In fact, the SCA goes so far as to decide.
Was that judgment set aside by?
No, it was not.
No,
it was not set aside, but it was relied on by the SIU in arguing the matter before the SCA as authority for the proposition. And Mr. Justice Gorvin found that it was, in fact, he says it is not authority because the principle that is relied on by Madam Justice Kitely, in his own words, is no principle at all. And what the SCA has found, and it is in line with All Pay and Central Energy, is that if the organ of state wants to claim monies back either by reason of setting aside and claiming back all the monies or by a disgorgement of profits, it must allege some malfeasance. And that is all we want to suggest. That is the only
Okay.
point.
So it's to that effect, because maybe I was reading that case more for the other basis also, that they refused in that case to make the order.
That is the
Okay.
only.
If I may come in,
But let's not deviate now, because we need to address the elephant in the room, and that's the application in terms of Rule 30 that she brought, which I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I think we need to deal with that first.
Well, Milady, I'm not in a position to deal with it.
I don't know what is in that in there. Is there any way we can deal with this matter without my looking at that, Ms. Thomas?
So no, I don't think so. I think at a minimum, her ladyship should be granted the respect and the space to consider the notice. And when her ladyship has cast her eye on it, we'll then argue fully before her ladyship the points that we raise in the notice. So at the end of the day, the question becomes whether the matter is capable of standing down, perhaps until after tea or after lunch, at which time we will address her ladyship fully. I don't intend to argue the Govan Pomeli judgment, which I have considered, and I don't agree with the submissions that my learned friends has made in relation to the turpitude and attribution. But those are the issues that we will deal with should we get to that point, but it's rather premature.
All right. Let me just ask Sajala, maybe we can, what's the time now? It's
10:19.
Okay. So let's give me another, say, at least 40 minutes or so for us to find this application, and so I can look at it, and maybe, we'll maybe have to deal with it all simultaneously, just to avoid losing this day.
Thank you, Milady. Can we reconvene at 11, Milady?
My lady, the challenge with that, though, is that in the event of her ladyship finding that the issue is properly before her, we would need to similarly file rebuttal written submissions, because it's quite a nuanced question. The all pay
I see.
Vision, there's a whole lot of authorities, and there's an interesting passage in that very judgment that we would like to peg our argument on in the event that we get there. So it's not going to be a simple matter of saying the issue is before me, the heads came in belatedly, therefore the matter should proceed, because with respect, we should be afforded an opportunity to file rebuttals in relation to this particular point, because it's quite nuanced, yes.
Okay. Mr. Pillay, what do you have to say about that? I mean, I think in fairness, they need to deal with it. It was filed very late yesterday.
It was filed very late, but it is a tried principle. I have no difficulty if the SIU wants to make submissions to contend otherwise than the way we read the judgment. But I'm not sure how we deal with that this morning. I'm happy to stand down.
If I'm disposed to finding that it is. Let me just see what I've got to get those documents. Sajala, if she's here, do you have that Rule 30?
Yes, Judge, I've emailed it to you.
Okay, so let me just I haven't opened my email, so let me just check.
What we should do.
Let me just confirm that I do have it before we stand down.
My lady, if I may make a suggestion.
Yes.
Because in either scenario, if her ladyship finds that the point is properly before the ground, in other words, the attribution ground is properly before her ladyship, then the next issue becomes whether the ground can be argued now in view of the fact that the heads were filed belatedly yesterday, and we express the desire to file rebuttal heads in relation to this point. So in either event, the matter is not ready to proceed today. So in other words, if her ladyship finds that the ground is before her, then argument won't proceed today on balance, because in fairness, we should be afforded the opportunity. Therefore, perhaps what the discussion should be one of deferring the matter a week or 2 weeks, hence to allow the SIU to file rebuttal heads. And when we reconvene, we'll argue both the Rule 30 and the merits at once, and her ladyship will decide one way or the other.
Yeah, I think that's a good, and it gives me time to look at all these documents as well. I don't know what's in there that you've sent me, but I obviously would need to look at it and look at the law as well. But what I want to suggest is that on the 4th of August, I do have the same matter, but involving Vodacom, and perhaps we can set it down for that same day, but maybe later in the day.
Yes.
Mr. Pillay, I think Ms. Thomas's, Nkosi Thomas's suggestion is good because it then gives me time as well. So, we can argue, you can argue both. So you'll be both ready on that day to deal with both issues.
I have no difficulty with the proposition, Milady, save that I just want to make it perfectly clear. We are not attempting to introduce a new exception.
Look, let me decide it on that day. I don't know. I haven't looked at all of this, with the Rule 30.
No, I take the point. I take the point, Milady.
In any case, even if I find that it is not or whatever, she still has to file rebuttal. So she might as well just deal with it. 4th of August, is that available to you? Both?
Online, Milady?
Online, yes.
Milady, I can certainly do. I can. You said you had another matter in the morning.
Yes, the matter involves the same defendants, except that the exception now is being taken by Vodacom.
Vodacom.
Yeah, I think it's Vodacom.
It's MTN, my lady.
Or is it MTN? One of the providers. Yeah. Okay. MTN.
Not in this matter, my lady. MTN is not in.
It's in this matter. It's against it's Thokozani, Florence, and Mhlongo. It's in this matter. They're not cited as defendants.
Oh.
It's a related matter.
Yeah.
Fair enough, Milady. I can certainly do after 11. I've got a thing in the morning, but I doubt Milady will be complete with the other matter by then.
Yeah, that would be a bit presumptuous. I don't think we would be able to finish by 11 because it's an hour.
No, I said
10, 11, 12. How about 2?
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
So that gives us more leeway. The afternoon. Okay. All right, then we'll adjourn these proceedings then till the 4th of August.
My lady, perhaps before we do so, may we then undertake to deliver our rebuttal written submissions by no later the 1st, Tuesday, the 1st of August?
Sure.
That please you.
All right. Then as agreed, matters adjourned to the 4th of August and the respondents to deliver their rebuttals on the 1st of August. I think the costs are reserved. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.